Nigeria. They are reducing 2019 budget, and this is Ministry of Budget and National Planning. They are reducing 2019 budget, you know, from 9.1 trillion to 8.6 trillion. It is unacceptable, and we are fighting this on behalf of all of Nigeria. Nigeria has the lowest budget per capita in the world, second only to Congo Republic. Okay, the lowest budget per capita in the world. Our people are suffering, and we will not accept it. It is enough already. Okay, we have sent 3 letters to this ministry. They did not even bother to reply or acknowledge. And so we are here. We want to engage with Mr. Udo Udoma, that they are not planning for this country properly. If they've run out of ideas, they should leave and let people who can think about this country do the job. 8.6 trillion naira for 2019 for 190 million people. How can you be reducing budget when population is increasing by 3% every year? Everybody is suffering. Police is suffering. Civil defense is suffering. The masses of this country are suffering. And so that is why we are here, okay, to talk about this. And there are ways that they can make money for this country. There are ways they can generate funds for Nigeria, if only they care. We're not going to take this lying low. We're not going to take it lightly with them. We're putting this on record, and the international community is watching us. Okay? So we have already told them how to make the money, how to increase the budget of this country if they care. We're asking for at least 15 trillion naira for 2019 budget, because this is an economy that's just coming out of recession. If you reduce the budget for 2019, you're going to go back into recession. Okay? You're going to go back into recession, and we don't want this economy to go back in recession. This is one of the most misgoverned countries in the world. We have reached an inflection point at which we are not going to take it anymore. The suffering is too much. Nigerians are not slaves. Buhari should review the PIB, the petroleum industry bills that have been given to him that he has rejected. There's no time. Angola is doing double our budget. Angola, 25 million people, is doing double our national budget. Nigeria is doing only 27 billion, and they are reducing it with so much impunity. They first reduced it to 8.9 trillion, we complained. They reduced it further to 8.6 trillion because they have finished spending the money. And we can see some of the governors, how they talk so many dollars in their pocket. Governor Ganduje, that's the only one we caught, that they caught. What about other ones that we have not seen what they are collecting from the people of this country? So there's money to do our budget. There's money to do a reasonable budget for the people of this country. We have enough. We cannot be so-called giant of Africa for nothing. South Africa is doing 155 billion, times 6 our budget, times 6. Those are people who understand that their people are human beings. But the leaders of Nigeria believe that their people are not human beings. We believe our people are not human beings. They don't deserve a good life. That's why we are here on a peaceful protest. A peaceful, very well organized protest. We are not troublemakers. We don't fight anybody, but we are here on the matter of principle. We are here on the matter of order. Please, Saeed. Excuse me, sir. I need those proposals. The petition. The petition will be resubmitted here now.
Excuse me, sir.
I think somebody should go and give them the petition. Yes.
Why is your party agitating for the increase in the budget of the country, considering the fact that even the present budget is being financed?
Madam, here we are. Thank you, man. It's 83. Some of them since 1990, they refuse to review those laws. And that's the reason why Angola is doing double our budget. Nigerians should please do themselves a favor. Don't you ever believe that we cannot do this. I've seen a lot of sense of, Nigerians, they give up so easily. And we kind of think about ourselves. We don't even believe we deserve something good. People say, where are we going to find the money? The money is there. Where did Angola find the money? Where did South Africa find the money? That is what we should be saying first. If those people can do it, they are human beings like us, and we say our economy is much bigger than theirs. We should go and look, the people who lead this country should go and look for the money wherever it is.
Are you aware they are equally proposing to sell some of our national assets? That is
a travesty. That is going to be a travesty. And if Nigerians accept it, it's going to be our undoing, to our undoing. They should not sell any national assets. We can get this done with the resources of this country. This country, look, this country collects 6% of GDP as taxes. This country provides only 6% as budget. of its GDP, when countries, serious countries, are doing 50% of their budget on a year-to-year basis. 50%, 30%, 35%, 40% of our budget. Look, even now they are saying they can't even increase the salaries of our workers after 8 years. How can you not be able to increase the salaries of workers after 8 years? All right. So what are we talking about? We have to be able to increase the salaries of our workers after 8 years. 8 years of suffering. So look, this country has got to an inflection point. Things must change. That's why some of us are involved to talk about this thing. They should not sell any national asset. They don't have to. They should think. Look, our leaders must now go into the biblical mode of wearing sackcloth and pouring ashes on their body because of the injustice they have done to the people of this country, the cheating, the injustice, the roguery, the robbery, the theft that they have done to the people of this country. We are not going to take it from them anymore. That's why we are here.
Good evening, Nigerians. You heard it. I mean, it's unfortunate that the only thing that refuses to reduce in this country is the salary emolument allowances of the so-called politicians. Salaries of workers, if they have their ways, they want to reduce, even from 18,000 downwards to 2,000 naira or 4,000 naira. That's left for them. The only amount they are willing to pay is 4,000 naira in 4 years, left for politicians. All right. They also want to reduce the amount of money they put into infrastructure, road projects, networks, water, electricity. They want to reduce everything possible. They cut down on everything. But one thing that will never go down is their own allowances. It will never go down. They don't negotiate that one. Now, if you look at it, that is something that only can sustain or reflect a society that is oppressive, that only has two classes of people, all right, who are supposedly existing species, the species of those that are ruling and oppressing the others, and the species of those that must remain subjugated forever. So it becomes so disheartening. It becomes disturbing, perturbing. You know, it's depressing too. And that is why you see a lot of people going to Third Mainland Bridge to go and jump into the lagoon. It's not because there's anything more. It's because if there is anything more at all, it is that there is no other option. All right. Now, I'm not here to talk about one party or the other. That's not the point. The point is that if we all are concentrating on 2019 and we are somehow looking our minds away from the issues of, you know, infrastructure, the issues of infrastructure, welfare of workers, citizens of the country, security, electricity, you know, 2019 is still a long time in the sense that if they ruin the country before then, what are we coming to meet? Even if we have new set of leaders, what are they coming to meet? That's one. Two is that 2019 may look far, but it is already close. Close in the sense that you will understand the reason why they are doing everything they can. You know, they are acting as if they don't see themselves coming back, and as a result, they intend to do everything they know they can within the remaining short time. That is the way it looks to me. It looks to me like they are calculating that plus or minus, if we have a long time before 2019, what can we do? If it is only a short time before 2019, what can we do before then to make sure that at least they want to own the country all to themselves? You know, the only thing that will never go down is the allowance, emolument, and salary of these politicians. But then it's surprising that the things that are supposed to be for the poor people of the country to help them do good, they will continue to cut down on all of those ones. Cut down on salaries of workers, in fact owing them for an upward period of 6 to 8 months. You know, cut down on everything. cut down on infrastructural provisions, cut down on amenities, cut down on security provisions, cut down on anything that can do well for the citizens. The only thing they will never cut down on, and if you are only waiting for, see, the reality is that all of you cannot just sit down and be talking about your political party. If there's no country your party is coming to inherit or to take over from, so what is the essence of all the hard work you are doing? So please, it's not about any party now, it's about the country that is going down, that is sinking. It's about the country that is going down the drain. And all of us have to wake up. We have to all wake up. It's so disturbing. It's disheartening. Can you imagine cutting down on a budget that you don't even want to finish? It simply means that, at first we heard that they wanted to go and be getting loans from China and everywhere to finance budgets. Really? They never thought of loans to finance their allowances, as bogus as it is. And we have a man of integrity in power. You can imagine. Man of integrity in power. You want to go to China to go and take loans to finance budgets. Alright? While you are still thinking about that, the next thing is you want to cut down even on the one you already secured loan to finance. Oh boy. This country, you people, I don't know how you want to do it too. It's alarming, it's disturbing, it's disgusting. A lot of people do not even know the kind of mess the country is already into now. These people don't care. They don't even care about the other. They don't even care that there are 180 million people in the country. As far as they are concerned, there are only less than 5,000 people in the country. Their family members, their nuclear family members, and their political friends and associates. Those are the only people they know. And those are the only people they care about. In fact, most of the infrastructure that they are even budgeting for, it's not because of you. It's not because of the 180 million people. It's because of themselves. The ones that they want to approve is the ones that they know that they will use. The ones that they know that they are not using and their family members are not using, they don't really care. And that is why you see all those rural places looking the way they are. They refuse to improve on any network of road or anything. They don't even want to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the country is going down the drain. You can only be afraid for Nigeria at this point. You can only be afraid. You can only be afraid for the country now. As it stands right now, Buhari is not even certain about coming back. So Oshiomhole knows that he's already in crisis with his own party members. Atiku, is not certain about coming back, and so they are just doing everything they know that they can. Similarly, Saraki knows he has lost in the PDP primaries. His return is also not as guaranteed as it was in 2015. As a result, you know what they are doing? All of them are just doing everything they can to cut out the infrastructural provisions for you, to cut out provisions for the 180 million people. They don't care. People can go and die as far as they are concerned. What matters to them is themselves, themselves, and themselves. So that one can never go down. We have never had it before that the Senate approves that their allowances should go down in the interest of the masses. Alright? So that is why all of us, all of you Nigerians, you have to be on your toes. Let me say all of us, so that it doesn't look like I'm trying to remove myself. If I'm doing this now, it's because I'm also feeling so concerned. So we have a lot of work to do, people. I know some people are already online and bringing in some comments that I can see. I'll read your comments. I'll read your comments. But then again, before I do this, wow, something is wrong again with my head. Oh my. Can you hear me, people? It's unfortunate, man. Can you hear me? All right, so I think something is wrong with my technicals, and maybe by tomorrow I should resolve all of these problems, and we should not have this problem again. But long and short of it is that there's a big problem with how this country is being run. You know, we have a whole lot of work to do. Sometimes it looks like there's hope 1 minute, the next minute it looks like there is even no single hope at all again. You know, so I don't really know. I don't know if you know what is happening in this country. Can you please enlighten me? Personally, I don't even know what's happening again. I'm really disturbed right now. I don't know. So, we're cutting down on budget that is not even enough, and then pretending to be looking for sourcing for loan to fund it in the first place. Well, like Tope Fasua said in that protest, if they have run out of idea, they should simply just leave the place. I mean, if you feel you are no longer able to do something, is it not just normal or right for you to just try quitting it? I don't know. I mean, seriously, it's disturbing. 1 minute I want to try change something on my. But while I'm doing that, let me quickly just put Tope Fasua back on the screen for you. Sorry, one sec.
My name is Tope Fasua. I'm a presidential candidate on the platform of ANRP, Abundant Nigeria Renewal Party. There's still a lot more to say if only you will stick with us.
Oh, thank you.
So we know they've run out of ideas. They should leave and let people who can think about this country do the job. 8.6 trillion naira for 2019 for 190 million people. How can you be reducing budget when population is increasing by 3% every year? Everybody is suffering. Police is suffering. Civil defense is suffering. The masses of this country are suffering. And so that is why we are here, okay, to talk about this. And there are ways that they can make money for this country. There are ways they can generate funds for Nigeria if only they care. We're not going to take this lying low. We're not going to take it lightly with them. We're putting this on record, and international community is watching us. Okay? So we have already told them how to make the money, how to increase the budget of this country if they care. We're asking for at least 15 trillion naira for 2019 budget, because this is an economy that's just coming out of recession. If you reduce the budget for 2019, you're going to go back into recession. Okay, you're going to go back into recession, and we don't want this economy to go back in recession. This is one of the most misgoverned countries in the world. We have reached an inflection point at which we are not going to take it anymore. The suffering is too much. Nigerians are not slaves. Buhari should review the PI budget. Angola, 25 million people, is doing double our national budget. Nigeria is doing only 25, 27 billion, and they are reducing it with so much impunity. They first reduced it to 8.9 trillion, we complained. They reduced it further to 8.6 trillion because they have finished spending the money. And we can see some of the governors, how they talk so many dollars in their pocket. Governor Ganduje, that's the only one we caught, that they caught. What about other ones we have not seen what they are collecting from the people of this country? So there's money to do our budget. There's money to do a reasonable budget for the people of this country. We have enough. We cannot be so-called giant of Africa for nothing. South Africa is doing 155 billion, times 6 our budget, times 6. Those are people who understand that their people are human beings. But the leaders of Nigeria believe that their people are not human beings. We believe our people are not human beings. They don't deserve a good life. That's why we are here on a peaceful protest. A peaceful, very well organized protest. We are not troublemakers. We don't fight anybody, but we are here on the matter of principle. We are here on the matter of order. Please, Saeed.
Excuse me, sir.
I need those proposals, the petition.
Sorry, my people. I have to quickly attend to one thing there. So, as I was saying, are you also aware that They say they are using over 3 million naira to feed Zagzaki in custody. I just got on phone with Barrister Monday Ubani, and he was just laughing. And he was asking me if I don't see any good news in Nigeria. That why am I talking about that one? I said, I've not seen good news so far in the country. If there is, if there's good news, why would I talk about it? You know, the only other time I thought we would have good news was that World Cup. But it turned out that we didn't also do well. I don't know. I just don't understand. You know. Hey, there's a good news. Sorry, they said Atiku has increased salary of his workers. You know, he did not increase it before. Since when election is only a few weeks away, the good Samaritan increased salary of workers. But then, if that is to challenge people that he wants to increase salary of workers in the country, well, I'm waiting if he loses, whether he will maintain it after election, and whether also it will increase for all workers of the federal government across the country, similarly to 30,000 or 100% as he did. That's number one. Number two, if Atiku were sincere with his policy or idea of, you know, of being pro-masses, because that is what he's trying to wear as mask, pro-masses mask of face. At least the school fees he collects for his university should come down to almost free, if not even free already, you know. But he's still charging over 1 million naira for that. My only worry is that the country, like I was telling somebody today, that if it were by energy, Buhari and Atiku cannot win that election, because most of these young presidential candidates have energy more than them. If it were by intelligence, yes, this young aspirant, I'm not talking about intelligence of stealing or looting. I'm talking about raw intelligence to govern and to do legitimate things. I'm not saying Atiku cannot do legitimate things and prosper. Don't quote me that way, and don't get me wrong. I'm saying if Atiku were to start afresh on the same pedestal with all these young presidential aspirants, let them all run business on a legit ground without having the leverage of being the vice president before, that you had access to all the funds, being the former customs boss, that you are not even collecting your salary, but you had other access to other money that's way higher than your pay. And let them all start afresh, and let us see who can grow a business legitimately, by legitimate means. Then I believe that Atiku is a good man and has what it takes to run a country, you know. But if it were about intelligence, I cannot place Atiku on the same level with all these young presidential aspirants, for instance, because these ones are people who have not had access to government. For instance, Showore, Tope Fasua, Duro Toye. Well, maybe Mohalu was in central bank, I don't know. Maybe he earned more than his salary. We know people earn more than their salaries once they are government officials, right? So, or not even earn, collect more than they earn, collect more than their salaries. Let's put it that way. So, having said that, I don't know, but the ones that I know that I cannot immediately confirm that the ones that cannot immediately confirm that they have had access to government funds to do anything before, I cannot compare them with Atiku, because they have only been doing legitimate things all their lives, using their muscle, energy and legitimacy to do legitimate and legally, you know, recognized things, and they are doing well. So I cannot place them on the same pedestal with Atiku. So Atiku had some, you know, opportunities, if you can call it opportunity, while serving in government before now, you know. So having said that, if it were by intelligence, these young presidential aspirants are more intelligent than Atiku and Buhari put together. I mean, without having to steal. If it were about energy, most of these young presidential aspirants also having more than Atiku and Buhari put together. But if it is about how many people will vote for you based on whether how foolish they are, how dumb they are, how unreasonable they are, how unable to research about who is qualified to lead them aright they are. If it's about the number of, even if it is cows that you can put together to vote for, if it's about the number, this your young presidential aspirants cannot win. Let's face it, they cannot win. But if it's about intelligence, they will win. If it's about merit, they will win. If it's about uprightness, they will win. If it's about energy, they will win. About intelligence, they will win. All qualities, they will win. But if it's about the number of whatever, whichever way you can do it, let the number just swear and vote for you. I'm not sure about it. And that's just the plain truth. You know, but I don't want to be the only one talking here today, people. Let me see if I can still get comments to come on tonight. And I just hope that this does not affect the streaming again. Because the other time I tried doing it, we had issues. But now I think it's better, right? Okay, so let's continue. Let's get some comments. Let me read some comments tonight and then we can close, right? So much for greetings tonight, man. I better go sit down, Joe. When Shore said you guys should protest, then you all didn't show interest. Now they're going out to do yours. You guys can't win your own on your own. You need to be united. Well, that does not only apply to the protester or the ones leading the protest. It also applies to even Shore himself. Where people will just sit down, they will just expect, they will just really see I have my neck. They will cut your head off. You say, hey, but I still have neck to manage. I've not seen this kind of country before. Me cannot lie, honestly. I don't know how you people survive here. Something in Nigeria should call presidential debate. It will change a lot of voters' minds, really. On the contrary, this is the country where those that do not even attend the debate are the ones who win elections. Because while you are still busy debating policy, economy, communication, road network, education, health, blah blah blah, water, mineral resources, they are busy already massed on printing and doing something about. They are busy already rigging the votes before election. So it's very funny. Amodu, say good talk, Shegun. Well, I'm just doing I may not even know what I'm saying, I'm just saying what comes to my mind, Ni, say better replace your earpiece with a new one. Yeah, I'll try that suggestion, but I'm not sure it is a question of earpiece. It's a whole lot of technical inbuilt technical integration, blah blah blah, because I wanted to bring Skype into YouTube, bring different other back-end things into YouTube. That is the reason I guess I'm having that issue. And I'm relying on only one network to achieve all of these things in a circle. So I guess that's exactly why I have this. You notice that the moment I remove the Skype and I remove other things that are depending on the same network, we are going so far, right? So I'm not sure it's about earpiece though. I think it's about a lot of things I'm trying to integrate at once. But I will still find a way around it. I may just have to separate the systems and separate the networks also. Maybe if by the time I have, say, 2-3 strong network devices, one is powering the Skype, another one is powering another thing, another is powering. So I'll be able to have something good, But it will not happen immediately because it will cost me some money, so that will not be immediate. Alright, so I'll be doing it gradually. When I have small money, I buy this one. When I have small money, I buy that one. Yeah. Me, I don't have 3 million naira to feed monthly like they are doing for Zagzaki in the custody. But me, I have a different reaction to that thing about Zagzaki. So while a lot of people are saying it's a lie, they are feeding fat. Sorry, they are feeding fat on lie. Sorry, I don't mean lie Mohammed. They are not feeding fat on lie Mohammed, but it's a lie fed fat. No, sorry, they are feeding fat on. They are feeding lie with fat. They are feeding lie fat. Feeding fat lie. That they are actually feeding Zagzaki fat with lie. I don't know. People are just reacting to the money aspect of it, but for me, it's not even about the money. My own reaction is that rather than feeding with even 100 million naira per month, how about you asking whether what he wants is freedom and not that big fat money? How about what he wants is his freedom? Let us even hear from him. What is he eating every day? Even if he's eating cow every day, can he alone eat one cow every day? Even in the week, even in a month, one cow is exactly. That will now be consuming 3 point something million food in a month. Anyways, I digressed. I was trying to say that I don't have the kind of money they used to feed Zaki, or the type that they used to feed each prisoner 14,000 plus every day in the prison in Nigeria. This country don't suffer. Anyways, Michael Tolu, you say, laugh out loud. What is happening is that everyone should go to Abuja and fight for their rights. Nigerians. Ni Yolalemi say they are not honorable people, so they won't leave the stage. That's the problem. Samson say, Shegun, you are a wonderful guy. I'm joining you for the first time. Hello from Germany. Oh, you are a first timer. You're welcome on my show tonight. You're welcome to the food. When I was in Redeemed Christian Church of God, if you have any worship like that, we'll sing for you. Say, you are welcome, our visitor. You are welcome. When I start giving you announcement, every Monday, digging deep, you are welcome. Every Thursday, Faith Clinic, you are welcome. Every Friday, Bible study, you are welcome. You are welcome. So, take that song from me, bro. You're welcome. Zico say, we should all come together, come out to fix a date to campaign massively. Let me your campaign matter, bro. Election has not necessarily fixed this country every 4 years. It can to some extent, but it has not. It has not. We'll do election, fine, we'll do that, but something has to be immediately done about these people. The way they are eating deep into the marrows of this country. They are spoiling it. You guys don't know. Moses Abe, Shege, I can see where you're coming from. I cried for my country, bro. We need to take it back before it's too late. Peter Dewi, you're right, but good things are in the country. Our leaders are our problems. Well, maybe I'm the one that is not seeing it. Peter Dewi says they need mass burial. Oh God, take am easy, bro. Mass burial, if we think about it, no. Well, you guys should propose a chat. But we will bury all of them. You think say go easy? These people no one die. God. Moses, JP, okay, Charles JP, I see your comments. Moses, say this should send signal to the Buhari degenerates that the man and his cohorts don't mean well for Nigeria. They've totally lost direction. Oh God. Amadu, Shegun, what about Fela Drotoye? We didn't hear about him again. I've not been hearing about Drotoye myself, you know. The last I heard about and from him was the crisis in his party, where Olawoye Ashim is a factional presidential candidate, and Drotoye is also a factional presidential candidate on the same platform. So we are yet to resolve, we are yet to know whether it is resolved that Drotoye is a substantive candidate or Olawoye. But Olawoye should just leave the party for Drotoye, in my opinion, because already he has other parties he's working on. So why should he dash the ambition of another person on another party? In my opinion, though, you know. So, but I'm not a member of their party, so I don't know. All right. Martins Abeke, hello, what's up here, my people? Martins, you're welcome on the show. Godric, Buhari and Atiku looted. Let's go. Zico say, but to be sincere, nothing we can do. The only way out is open counting, not closed door counting, and also calling the results immediately on all the voting stations. Somehow. Godric is laughing. What exactly is causing you to laugh? Why are you laughing, Godric? Anyways, that's the little I can take tonight. I think it's time for me to go. I need to go and rest ahead of tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. You people may not agree that I need to go to church. Alright, Shegun, are you saying that calling for national debate won't change voters' mind? Well, going by the history or antecedents of voting or debate in this country, if it were by how robust I think I ran out of. I have to increase my volume now. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. My audio battery is gone, so I need to rely on the internal microphone of the camera and it's a big distance from me. So, what I'm saying is that I have not promised that I'm going to be supporting any particular candidate. I'm not saying that I'll support whether Mohalu, Showore, Droto, or anybody. What I'm saying is that I'm going to compile a video of all of these people and I'm going to analyze all of them one by one, and I'm going to let you know who I am convinced for based on how impressed I am about the individuals, right? So definitely one person has worked more than others. Definitely one person, despite not working as much as another person, has done few things that that captivates more people than another person, despite how much that person has been walking around. So it's a matter of strategy, it's a matter of what you are doing, it's a matter of direction and orientation, and it's also a matter of energy, how much hard work you have put in. So that's exactly the point. So I'm not saying that I will support any particular person yet, so don't put a name in my mouth, please, my person. Don't put a name in my mouth. But I have not decided yet, as I speak with you in all honesty. I'm only saying that somehow I think I'm seeing one person is already working more than others. That's what I can say. But I've not decided for any particular person as yet. So please understand me. Okay, all of you complaining about sound. I think the sound is back right now. Am I correct? Alright, good. So when Zico says, when you've been saying that for a while now, I'm watching. But it's a matter of fact. I've been saying that because, after you know that I've not campaigned for Buhari, I'm not campaigning for Atiku. Those are establishment people, right? At least if I work for those ones, I heard that they are the office of the vice president. I don't know how true that is giving about 4 million naira monthly to some social media influencers. If I want to be patronized, those are the ones I should be working for, right? But these young presidential aspirants, they are not giving anybody money, to my knowledge, for now. So I'm not even asking anybody to give me money. So I'm not interested in working for any particular person to give me money. But what I'm saying is that we are all looking for a better country, and as a result of looking for a better country, we have to look at the options that are available. I've not decided yet based on the options I'm still seeing, right? All of them are doing so well so far, and I can tell you so far that I've seen Mohalus, I've listened to him, I've rated him in my mind, but I've not finished yet rating him. But it's just like when you have continuous assessment, you don't have the total score for that student yet, or for that pupil yet, but you already know in your mind that this is the rating so far. Continuous assessment. I'm still assessing all of them. It's a continuous process. Alright. So that is the point. That's the idea. Alright. Thank you so much for your concern. If I will decide for anybody later, I'll let you know. But for now, that's not in my agenda. Alright. So let me just keep doing what I have to do. Bringing issues to attention of the public. Talking about national matters and all of that. For now, let's just keep at that. So when the time comes and it becomes narrow to a particular person, then we will have no option than to just look for that. So that is the far we want to go tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for staying tuned on the show tonight. I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, as I usually say, keep talking about things that matter. Thank you so much, and I leave you with this protest clip.
The petition will be resubmitted here now. I think somebody should go and give them the petition. Yes,
why is your party agitating for the increase in the budget of the country, considering the fact that even the present budget is being financed?
Madam, there we are. Thank you, man.
It's being financed by loans.
Exactly, because I'm sorry to say, they decided not to think. They don't need all these loans. We warned them about these loans. There's enough liquidity in this country for us to finance our budget. And how countries do it all over the world, is that they ensure that they link up their company house to their inland revenue and to the banks. In any country in the world, you cannot run a company account for 1 year without paying your taxes. But they have refused to do that. If they do that, they can triple our tax revenue on a given day. They can't do that. They have refused to review our PIB, our petroleum industry bill, some of them since 1973, 1993, some of them since 1990. They refuse to review those laws. And that's the reason why Angola is doing double our budget. Nigerians should please do themselves a favor. Don't you ever believe that we cannot do this. I've seen a lot of sense of, Nigerians, they give up so easily. And we kind of think about ourselves, we don't even believe we deserve something good. People say, where are we going to find the money? The money is there. Where did Angola find the money? Where did South Africa find the money? That is what we should be saying first. If those people can do it, they are human beings like us, and we say our economy is much bigger than theirs. We should go and look, the people who lead this country should go and look for the money wherever it is.
Are you aware?